Good morning everyone. Today I am tackling two conifer plants that we got from our friends in Paese, Paul and Wilma, and we mentioned in the 30-day video challenge that we were going to head up and dig them out and save them from being destroyed. So I'll show you what they look like. They're a lot bigger and tougher to dig out than what we originally planned. So we put them in this planter overnight because it was peeing it down when we got here. So you can see we had to just kind of, there is two in here, but we had to cut all the big ones off and just try and find the root ball really, which was pretty hard. So I'll show you where we're thinking of putting them because I've changed my idea now. So the original idea was to have two, one over there and one on this side, the left and right side of the French door, because then the trellises are going to go up towards the future pedestrian gate there. But I'm actually thinking, because eventually this are like French doors at the end of the lounge when you come down the building, little patio thing, you know, a flagged area for the leisure area with the pool, and then you're going to come over here into the food forest. So I'm thinking of putting like a little line of them up to the door, just like a little bush thing. So that's the plan. Once they're in, I'm actually going to prune them even further, to be honest, and actually try and shape them to a bit of a more easy, manageable state before they start shooting again. And if you have any advice about conifers, let us know, because we just wing it and we have no idea what we're doing. We have no idea if it was the right time to cut it, to plant it, or anything. So let us know and stay tuned. I'll update you when I get them in the ground. Okay, so the first one's in, so you can kind of see my vision. You come around this corner and then you'll have like a green hedge there, and then between the cherry planter and that, it would be a nice kind of feather in, and you'll have the peach tree there, a nice little mini walkway, and all these like mulched area and things growing around here. So I think that one was the biggest out of the two, and the next one is going to go just on the other side of that hose pipe there. So that's the two bushes in, and might even invest in another one from the market or the stores to do here. You saw Nish on the time-lapse come out and ask why I didn't put it next to there. So they both have equal distance to grow to the middle, but I just didn't think about that. So yeah, they look a bit sparse. All the brown was right in the centre, and as we pruned all the green off in Paese yesterday, we exposed all the dead shrubbery from inside the centre. So hopefully it's actually got some good energy. Now it's opened up a bit. But obviously they're going to be a bit tatty for maybe a year or two. But you can already see my kind of vision like coming down here. So yeah. So we're going to spend a few hours and try and tackle some of these weeds where our onions and stuff are in the neighbour's plot. So Anisha's ready with a few hand tools, and we're going to use some old insulation from the tip as knee pads because the soil is super clayey and muddy, and we've ruined enough trousers to say the least. So yeah, we'll catch up with you in a bit. So whilst Nisha is almost finishing that patch, the rest of it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go get some cardboard and try and use it as a weed suppressant and put some mulch on top. Nish, do you want to do these ones up in that near that corner? Okay. So everyone gets a piece.
Where are the chickens?
They're late. No, just chuck some near closer to the wall. Yeah. Right, that keeps you quiet for a bit, doesn't it? Right, just stay there a minute, let these chickens out.
So I did the geese first.
Yeah, keep them quiet. So just before we go in for our afternoon nap, even though it's not too hot, we're just kind of a bit fatigued really, and we know tomorrow's going to be a bit cloudy and then it's going to be a week of rain. So we're kind of just preparing for that. We've done some weeding, done some productive things today, but before we go in, I just want to show you what the fruit trees are looking like, because we've just taken off the shrink wrap and they're looking pretty happy. So the first one, if you remember, is the peach. Look at this. Really good. Shoots all the way down. Well, maybe up to there actually. That's peach, looking super happy. Apricot. Shoots down at the bottom here. And all the way up to the top. So this one, it has been grafted and we want to try and like make it grow a little bit more vertical, but might need to get some string or something for that. That's apricot. The apple tree we bought really recently. No buds on it just yet, but it looks to be pretty happy with its new home. So that's okay. We got yellow warning for wind coming up, so that's not going to be fun. But I think they're quite small enough to kind of like avoid being snapped. So I told you a few weeks back that we were leaving this pear tree stump in until this sapling grows at the end of the year. And you can see it's doing really well. This is, I think it's a kind of a conference pear, or maybe more of the firmer pear varieties. I'm not too certain on the name, but yeah, super nice to see that coming up. And we're gonna, like I say, wait for this to be about 2.5 meters tall, and then close to winter this year we'll chop this stump off ready for its dormancy. Sweet cherry over here hasn't got signs of leaves, but it's definitely got signs of waking up. See if I can get you a bit closer to that. Camera doesn't do it much justice, but they're definitely poking through, and there are little signs of green on that. Super happy. We've got the mystery bush, loving life. So before I show you the roses, we've got the kiwi vine. Look at this little cute guy. It actually had quite an established root ball on it from the market. And you can see where I've had the little greenhouse cage around it, and I've just topped it up with a bit of water that got collected on the cling film. So coming up over here, red rose, loving life, in the middle there. White rose, had better days to be honest, but it's still got some good growth on that side. Maybe this might have been a bit of greenhouse burn, I'm not too certain. Pomegranate, meh. I think the transplant shock, yeah, it's not. We're going to leave it, because the ones in the market were pretty similar looking. Very brittle and sticky. So we're not too certain on the situation of that just yet. The other mystery bush there, it's doing super well as well. Conifers got in today. What else have we got? And that's new. So we told you we moved the raspberry from there because it was too close to this one. Can't really see very well from this side. But there's greens. Sorry, that's actually blackberry, not raspberry. This is the raspberry. Look at this guy. Loving it. We got this blueberry from the market. You can see it's red shoots coming out now. That's just a bit of grass. So that survived the transplant from the market. Our second raspberry. Nice and established. And our second blueberry. Green, coming up with shoots. Even tiny little leaves actually, right at the bottom. And the last blackberry that we moved from over there to here, that's still got its green on. So super happy with that. Strawberries, really good. We had some super high winds and the loose grass flew across the garden, and the mulch and the cardboard went with it. But the rest of it was pretty wet and stuck to the mud, so we only lost mulch, we didn't lose any plants. And they're looking really, really nice. And if you remember back a few months ago when we first transplanted them and it looked as barren as wasteland, to see these guys coming back is really uplifting. And that sums up today. We managed to treat my dad's birds to a bit of fresh greens from weeding out Stefkas, and yeah, all round kind of productive day, but ready now to go inside and stick the kettle on and chill out. So thanks so much for watching, and hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe, because when you subscribe it helps YouTube push it out to people who will get in touch and like-minded individuals. Thanks very much for watching. Dobra večer.